morning, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, everyone have a seat. Are you all excited to be here today? Because I'm so excited to be here. Okay, so to get started, we're going to be talking about a new topic today, and it's going to be pictographs and bar graphs. So we're just going to introduce what a pictograph is, just so you all can kind of get a good feel of that, and we can get started. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about our learning target or our standard. So the standard we're going over this week or today is KY2.MD.10. And this standard states that we will create a pictograph and a bar graph to represent a data set with up to 4 categories. Solve simple, put together, take apart, and compare problems presented in a bar graph / pictograph. Okay. So, just to give you all a good warm and fuzzy about the topic, we're going to play a video because who doesn't love videos? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Look at the blocks on the table. Let's group the blocks by their color. We can put the yellow blocks here, the green blocks here,
There we go.
the red block there, and the blue blocks all together here. Can you count the blocks in each set? There are 6 blue blocks, 2 yellow blocks, 1 red block, and 3 green blocks. Let's make a pictograph to show the number of blocks we have of each color. Let's write the colors in these boxes.
I'm going to go ahead and pause really fast. So this is just to let you all know what we're going to be going over. Once the video is over, we'll go over each aspect of the pictograph, okay?
Red, green, blue, yellow. We will show 1 circle for each block.
That's very
There is
important.
one red
Keep that in
block.
mind.
So we put 1 circle in the red column. There are 3 green blocks. So we put 1, 2, 3 circles in the green column. What about the blue blocks? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue blocks. So we show them like this. Finally, there are 2 yellow blocks. 1, 2. We have made a pictograph showing our blocks by their colors.
All right. Let's take a few steps back just so we can go ahead and review what we just watched on here. So we'll go over this anchor chart, this beautiful, wonderful anchor chart. So we are talking about pictographs, right? Good job. So what is a pictograph? First of all, a pictograph uses pictures to show the collected data. That's just a short, sweet definition of a pictograph. So you're going to have pictures representing a number of how many things you have in a set of data. So let's go over a misconception really fast. I know we can see that these 3 cones, or these 3 images, which it's hard to tell, it's an ice cream cone. I'm not an artist, but we might think that that just means 1, 2, 3, right? We'll keep that in mind because that's not always the case. Okay, so there are a few different aspects of a pictograph. So all pictographs have titles, which the title should be up here at the top. All pictographs also have labels, and these labels let you know what each section stands for. So that's very important because we need to know what type of information we have on our pictograph. And the third and most very important part of the pictograph is the key. The key is usually located at the bottom or maybe on the side of the pictograph, and the key tells you what each picture represents and how many. So in this case, our key says that 1 ice cream cone equals 3 ice cream cones sold. So Connor sold, there are 3 ice cream cone pictures here, but that actually means he sold how many? Carly? 9. Right, good job. So that means Connor sold 9 ice cream cones. So keep that in mind. Always pay attention to the key whenever we're doing pictographs, talking about them, reading them, just because it's very important that we get the correct number and the correct information that's based on the pictograph. Okay? All right. So we get to do something a little different and also fun, and I know you all like to do that. We're going to use our Chromebooks today, okay? So before we do that, we're going to go over some Chromebook etiquette. So how should our Chromebooks be faced? They should be facing the wall. Where should they be facing? Molly. Me, right, exactly. So the Chromebooks will face me. That's just so we can follow simple etiquette and that I can monitor what is going on, okay? So everyone go ahead and come get a Chromebook. Go. Here's your Chromebook. I'll take some Chromebooks over here. All right, get a Chromebook. You have a Chromebook. Okay. So now that everyone has a Chromebook, everyone go ahead and get logged on. Okay, we'll wait a second for everyone to get logged on. Are you good? Are you good? Okay. So now that we are all logged on, everyone open your tab to Google. Make sure I can see everyone's screens. Okay, I can see your all screens. So I need you all to just go to Google and type in pictograph. And remember, it's over here on the anchor chart so you all can see how to spell pictograph. So pictograph right here, just so you all, for those who might need a visual reference, right here is the anchor chart to refer to what a pictograph looks like and how it's spelled. Alright, once you have that done, I want you all to just look at pictographs and try to read what it's telling you, okay? Pay attention to the key that's on the pictograph, and you may talk to your group at your table, but please do that at a whisper, because if we all get talking really loud, we're not going to be able to hear, and it's just going to be a big mess. So go ahead and do that. And I'll walk around and monitor and just make sure that we're all looking at pictographs, and if you have any questions, you just ask me, okay? That's a pictograph. Good job. Oh yeah, so what do you think this one's telling us? Yeah. Okay, good job. Alright, good job. Alright, does everyone kind of have a warm and fuzzy of, a pictograph? Maybe you have a favorite one in mind? Okay, so go ahead. I'll come around and take up the Chromebooks. I'll take your Chromebook. I'll take this Chromebook. And we'll put our Chromebooks up. That way they're in a safe, secure position. Okay. So as a class, we are going to make our own pictograph. And our pictograph is going to be called I See Your Pictograph. So to get started, we have to collect data because pictographs represent data, right? So I need, whenever I call you up here, everyone's going to come up to the document camera right here, our document camera, and you're going to put one tally next to your corresponding eye color. So real fast, how many eyes do we have? That's a silly question, but 2, right. So you will put one tally, and the one tally will equal 2 eyes, which that will serve as our key for our pictograph. And we'll refer back to that just so no one is confused, okay? All right, everyone go ahead, come up. All right. Put a tally. Your turn. Okay, now that we have our data set, let's go ahead and read that back just so we can have an idea of how many eyeballs we have in the class. Okay, so according to our tally chart that's up here on the document camera that you've all used, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tallies on blue, 1, 2 tallies on green, and 1, 2 tallies on brown. Alright, so once again, 1 tally equals 2 eyes, okay? 1 tally equals 2 eyes. So we'll go ahead and I'll reiterate that we really have to pay attention to our key because that's a big misconception that, oh, I see 1 tally or I see 1 picture, 1 object, that equals 1. No, we have to really pay attention to our tallies. To our keys, because those are essential to knowing what our pictograph is telling us. Okay, so once everyone is back at their seat and they're quiet, I will have my supply helper pass out markers and our eyeballs. All right. So, supply helper, please come up and pass out our supplies that we can do for our activity. All right, here's this. Go pass it out for me. All right. Once you're done, when everyone has their items, please go ahead and put your heads down just so I can see that everyone has something, okay? All right, great. Now that everyone has an eyeball and a marker, you're going to color one eyeball the color that your eyes are. So if you have blue, you'll color it blue. If you have green, you'll color your eyeball green. If you have brown, you will also color it green. If we had hazel, if there were any hazel eyes in here, you would also put that on green. I should have said that earlier, but if we have any hazel, you are going to be green, okay? Just for this experiment, for this activity. It's just a little bit easier, and there's not really any bias there, okay? All right. So everyone, go ahead and color. And if you happen to get your eyeball colored a little bit earlier, you can go ahead and draw some eyelashes on there just so you can keep yourself busy. Okay? Yeah, that's good. Good job. And when everyone is done coloring, please put the cap back on your marker. That way it doesn't dry out, because we need to use our markers for the rest of the year. Right? All right. And that way I can tell that everyone is done. Okay, everyone is done. Great. So we'd like for you all to have a look at our classroom pictograph over here. All right. So as you can tell, our pictograph has a title, which we said every pictograph has a title. And our title happens to be Class Eye Colors. Very basic, but it works, okay? And then over here, we have our labels. That way we know what type of data we are collecting. We're collecting eye colors. So we have blue, green, brown, and then our key is listed at the bottom. And I'll mention that again, that one eyeball, which you all colored, stands for the two eyeballs that we all have. So one circle or one eye actually equals 2. So we would count by 2s. Alright, so I'm going to draw names out of my cup right here. And when I draw your name, please come up and tape on your eye color, your eyeball, to the chart with the corresponding color, okay? All right, let's see. Who's my first one? Carly, can you come up and tape on your name? Carly has blue. Good job, Carly. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Luke. Luke, can you come up and tape yours on here? Luke, you have browns. Okay. Fast forward. Okay, wow, we have all of our eye colors up here on our pictograph, as you all can see. Now we need to answer some questions over our pictograph. Go ahead and have a seat, okay? Good job. When everyone's quiet, we'll go ahead and continue. All right. So now that we have our pictograph done and we have everything labeled on here, we need to know what's going on with our pictograph. So as sort of a little exit slip for this activity, we are going to answer some questions based on our pictograph, because we need to be able to interpret this data. So we have a few questions. They're right here, and I'm going to have them under our document camera, okay? So everyone, we're just going to ask as a whole group, just so I can see that you all are understanding how the pictograph works, okay? That's going to be our assessment. So we're going to raise hands. I'm not going to draw any names, just so I can see who is confident in this, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, so the first question is, how many eyes do we have in total? And remember what our key says. Our key says that one circle or one eyeball actually equals 2 eyes. So let's count as a class, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so we have how many eyes total? Molly? Right, we have 16 eyes total because one eyeball or circle equals 2 eyes that we both have, that we all have. All right, okay. So now let's see which eye color occurs the most on here. So if we're looking at numbers, what color has the highest number next to it or has the most pictures next to it, because essentially this is our pictograph. Okay, so which one has the most? Connor. Blue, right. Blue has the most, and it has the most colors, the most numbers, because it has the most pictures next to it. And that's essentially how you read a pictograph. Okay, so one more question on this is, which one is least occurring? Which one is least occurring on here? So we have green that has 2 pictures, and then we have brown that has 2 pictures. Let's think about that for a second. Which one? Okay, Madeline, right, so can you tell me which one has least and why you think that? Right, they're the same, and you think that they're the same because they both have 2 pictures apiece, and that means that there are 4 of each color, so they're the same. Neither one of these occur the least. Right, that's a very good job. So, can someone explain to me how they would read this, how they would teach this to their peer? Molly? Right, so you would say, refer to your key, and then you simply count the pictures. So, in this case, you would say, blue has 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 colors, 8 eyeballs, 8 people, right? In this case, it's 8 eyes, because there are 8 eyes that are blue in this room. Right, okay. Well, it seems that you all have a pretty good grasp on this. One thing that I wanted to mention is that in case of an NTI day, your parents could watch the video that we watched this morning, and this activity can be created really quickly, and it's a really good way to teach what pictographs are. All right, well, you all did so well during this math lesson, and let's get ready for lunch.